Well, good morning. I wanted to show you what it looked like when I finished chop and drop pruning operation here on the farm in a mango grove. These mangoes are going on their 5th year, so they've made 3 crops so far. Earlier this summer, I did a heavy pruning on these sea grapes that are windbreak along the roadside. So I cut them off hard this time. They're growing back quickly, starting to resprout new leaves. They were really too big. They were getting up to 30 feet tall. It was like a forest. It was casting some shade on this in the afternoon on these trees. So the grove is looking pretty good this year. These are 10 lemon zest mango trees, and in between the rows I have a row of legume trees down the center. They're there to help the system, and in between these legume trees, most of them, I had some pretty large clumps of bananas. Not between every one. Actually, I can hop over and show you. There's one right there. So that was a clump of banana trees right there, and I cut them back hard about 6 months ago. They sprouted back up. They were maybe 6 feet tall or so, and I recut the sprouts. They were young plants. Put them under the trees as a mulch chop and drop system. So what that does is build soil under the trees, build topsoil, protect the soil, feed the microorganisms. So this is the way I do it. I also harvested the stem part of most of these, the fleshy part here, like that. I harvested that and chopped it and fed that to my worm farm. So this is an example of the sweet tart mango tree. And what I did, the first step I do, I cut out the center, clear the center. They tend to want to grow up high and fill in the center. But I don't like that because it doesn't give enough light into the center of the tree. Second thing I do is prune off branches that are growing straight up. You don't see those because I've taken them off. Then I come and I limit the size of the branches that are here. I cut just below. You can see these rings right here is where a flush stopped, and then it grew again. They grow in stages. So I usually cut just below that intercalary ring, and I'll leave some leaves here so that I'll get new buds, new shoots off of each leaf, and the tree will regrow here, and it will make fruit next spring. Also cut off any branches on the bottom that are going down, because that fruit will rest on the ground and it won't be of any use to me. So this is a row. It was pruned the same way. These are peach cobbler down on this end, peach cobbler tree, and down here it changes. I have 5 peach cobbler, and down here are 5 cotton candy. And that was a big clump of bananas. It was very dense in here. Had to cut a lot of them off there. These are legume trees that 6 months ago I made a hard prune on it. I cut it off right there, and it was a big tree. Went way up. It made actually a lot of wood I put under the other trees, and that actually helps the soil fungal web. So it's resprouted strong. That's over 6 feet in 6 months. So you can get a lot of regrowth. There's another one that I coppiced, and another one. That one actually happened naturally. The top broke off somehow in a storm. So that one is probably almost a year of regrowth, that one. So this next row is Carry. It's a more dense growing tree. It has a lot of close growing branches. It tends to be a little more compact. And you can see the trees have started to get big enough, they're almost self-mulching. There's not much there besides the prunings from the mango trees themselves. Not too much banana in this row. I have a few turmeric planted here and there. I also have some guavas in here, guava bushes. There's a few fruit forming there. Yep. And I left a couple of bananas. Right there's a Namois. I pruned back hard. I have some chaya plant, which is an edible green from Mexico. And since it's close to the house, I come out here and pick. So I leave a few food plants for greens in here. This is a dwarf plantain. So I left a few plantains. They're not that vigorous to where they send out a million pups. I even left a male papaya over here just for fun. Leave a few things, let things have their way. This one is an interesting one. This tree is the Guanacaste tree. It's one of the famous legume trees. Comes from Costa Rica and other tropical places. We're going to see how the pods are on that one. And the last row over here. Oh, that's a nice looking guava. It's coming along there. I need to get some bags on those, protect them from the fruit fly. So this last row is Maha Chanook. It's a famous mango from Thailand. That one was the star for this year. The most fruit they had ever made, and the most fruit in this grove for the year. It really did produce well. Not positive if the reason for that. I will say that in between the Maha Chanook, I put in a tractor bucket load of compost when I planted these Xanthosoma. It's a root crop. I removed bananas from here, took bananas out, and went back with this because it fit the spacing better, got along better with the mangoes than a tall clump of banana trees. So that's where we stand for this year. Mango Grove is all pruned and ready. I really don't have to do much in here until next year. It's ready to regrow and flower. Probably I'll go through here in the winter time, just minor weeding. So that's all from the grove today. Bye.